New videos every day. Life, wisdom.
Hey, thanks for tuning in to Yoga with Jen Hilman. I'm your host, Jen Hilman, and today I want to show you guys some stretches to help alleviate tension in your shoulders. So, raise your hand if your shoulders are tight. Now I know I can't see you raising your hand, but I know you have your hand up because just about everyone has tension in your shoulders and upper back. Think about this. Can you relate to this posture? If you're sitting at your computer right now, it probably looks something like this. This is how most of us spend our lives, unfortunately. So it builds up a lot of tightness in your upper back, in your neck and shoulders. So these are just a few simple stretches you can do to help move your body from this posture back to this posture, which is much more efficient and healthy for your body. So let's get started. Most of these stretches can be done sitting in a chair or sitting on the floor, sitting on your bed, it doesn't really matter. I'm going to be sitting on my knees because that feels comfortable for me. So the first thing I want to show you is how to roll your shoulders from this forward position back to open your chest and move your shoulder blades towards each other on your back. It's really easy, just like this. Interlace your fingers at the base of your spine. So if you're sitting in a chair, just scooch forward to the front edge of your chair and plant your feet firmly and flat into the floor. So interlace your fingers at the base of your spine, squeeze the palms of your hands together, then when you're ready, reach your fists down and away from your hips. So naturally, my shoulders roll open, my chest broadens, and my shoulder blades squeeze together on my back. So if you can see, I'll just show you the back side. You can see the skin on my back. It's all wrinkly together like a bulldog or something, right? So you squeeze your shoulders together on your back. Keep squeezing, keep reaching, then open through your throat by lifting your gaze and take some nice deep breaths here. Keep squeezing your shoulder blades together, reaching your hands down and back so you really actively peel your chest open. Gently come back to neutral and release the grip of your hands. So that's a good start. The next stretch we'll try is just simple. You can reach your arm up and over towards your opposite shoulder blade. Then you use your opposite hand to reach over and grab your elbow. Then use the strength of your top hand to pull your stretching elbow in towards your head. So this helps stretch along the outer edge of your shoulder. So you really just stretch and help it out, pulling your shoulder in towards your midline. Then switch to the other arm. Pulling your elbow in. And this is something that can be done just about anywhere that you are. Even if you're sitting at a traffic light in your car, you can give yourself a little shoulder stretch and help relieve that tension that naturally builds up in your upper back. So once you get your shoulders warmed up this way, stretching your elbows in, you can take this stretch deeper. I'm going to turn around so you can see how it works. So your goal will be to reach your arm up towards your opposite shoulder blade, just like we set at the first stretch. Then you'll reach your other hand down back behind you. Now your goal one day is to grab onto your fingers and pull your hands together so you deeply stretch your shoulders. Now for some people, your shoulders are too tight, so you can grab onto your shirt and use your shirt to give you some leverage. You can also use a towel, which is really helpful as well. So you can drop your towel back behind you, then grab onto it here and use that as leverage as well. So whatever works best for your body. Then little by little you can work your hands closer together as your shoulders start to loosen up and release that tension. So we'll just take some nice deep breaths here, stretching into your shoulders. Release and switch to the other side. So since I'm using the towel, I'll just drop the towel back behind me, reach back with my hand to grab underneath. And then again, once you get yourself set up, find your edge where the stretch feels the best, and just take some nice deep breaths as you stretch into your shoulders. Gently release your towel or release your grasp when you're ready. And then I'll continue from here. So the next stretch I'll show you is to reach your arm across your body. Again, reaching for the opposite shoulder blade by almost imagining if you were giving yourself a hug. So you reach your arm across, then use your free hand to grab onto the outside of your elbow and push your elbow towards you. So this is stretching across the outside parts of my shoulder here. So just using the strength of my free hand to push my shoulder around. And just breathing here. Sometimes these stretches can feel really intense, especially if your shoulders are very tight. So you have to stay calm and let your breath help your body to relax. So you can soften and release tension instead of resisting the stretch. And gently release. And we'll move to the other side. So we'll reach your hand across your body, reaching for your opposite shoulder. And use your free hand to grab onto your elbow and push your elbow closer towards your body. So just wherever you're noticing that it's tight, wherever you feel the stretch, send your breath into that place to help your body relax so your muscles can stretch open and release that tension. And gently release. Now from here, you can take a variation of another shoulder stretch, which is a really tight twisting your arms. So I'll start with the right side. So I'll use my right arm to cross underneath my left elbow. So the backs of my hands come together first. Then I'll wrap my forearms around each other so the palms of my hands come together. So if the palms of your hands don't come together, you can bring the backs of your hands together and just squeeze your elbows together. Or sometimes people can just like barely grab onto your fingers or your thumb, that's okay too. However you can get the grip is good. And if you have very tight chest, if you have bulky chest muscles or you have larger breasts and it's hard to get your elbows crossing, then just reach your hands around like you're giving yourself a big hug and pull on your shoulders so you stretch your shoulders apart. Once you have this bind, wrapping your palms towards each other, then you reach your elbows down towards the floor so you stretch across the tops of your shoulders. And then you can change this stretch by reaching your fingertips up towards the ceiling. So this will actually help to stretch across the backs of your shoulders more. Reaching your fingertips up. And then unwind your arms and you can try the other side. So here I'm using my left arm to cross under my right elbow. And you can squeeze the backs of your hands together right here, or you can reach around and reach for your opposite shoulder blades and squeeze your arms towards each other. Or you can reach for the full bind by wrapping your forearms around each other to eventually bring your palms facing one another. And you'll stretch your elbows down towards the floor to stretch through the tops of your shoulders first. So really reach your elbows down, really press down there. So this will help you deepen the stretch in your shoulders. And then you stretch the backs of your shoulders by reaching your fingertips up towards the ceiling. So you stretch through the back sides of your shoulders, between your shoulder blades, across the back of your deltoids. All this good stretching that's happening in your shoulders really helps to alleviate that tightness and tension that you feel. Now release that bind, unwind your arms. Now this last stretch I'm going to show you helps to stretch the fronts of your shoulders and help stretch your pecs, which naturally get tight when your chest is rounded forward, your shoulders come forward, and this computer posture really makes your pec muscles get tight. So this stretch is going to help you open your chest. And we're actually going to do it lying on the floor. So you come lying onto your belly, and then extend your arms out by your sides like a capital letter T. Then you start by rolling onto one side. So I'll start with my right side. So I plant my right hand into the floor, then roll over onto my right side. Now you can just relax your head down to the floor, and you can use your foot back behind you to stabilize. So you can stay right here. This might be enough stretch for you. If you desire more stretch, you can release your top arm back behind you, which gives you a little more weight, a little more pressure in your shoulder as you stretch your body open. And as you start to relax here, you may desire even more stretch, so you can continue rolling over and plant both feet on the floor to give you more leverage to twist your spine around. Then you just breathe. Wherever you find your edge, wherever the stretch is at your maximum level of comfortability, you just take some nice deep breaths and let your shoulders stretch open. And gently untwist the same way you came in. Gently rolling back onto your belly. Then we'll try the other side. So here I'm using my left hand. Plant my left hand down into the floor. Then roll over onto my left side. Now I use my foot to stabilize on the ground behind me. So you can stay right here. This is a nice spinal twist, as well as a nice gentle stretch in the front of your shoulder. And if you desire more, then let your top arm drop back behind you as well. And again, you can stay right here. But if you desire more, you can continue rolling by placing both feet onto the floor to give you more leverage to roll your left shoulder open. And then you just breathe. Your center. Nice and easy. And rolling back onto your belly. So, thank you so much for watching. If you go ahead and favorite this video, you can come back and follow along. And I recommend practicing these stretches. If you could do it every day, you would notice such a big difference in your range of motion and in the way that your body feels, and it just becomes more comfortable sitting upright. So these are really great stretches that you can practice 2-3 times a week or every day if you have the time. And don't forget to check out my website, jenhilman.com. You can have access to my full library of videos, and you can learn more about my practice. And be sure and leave a comment. Let me know how these stretches are working for you. You can subscribe to Psychetruth, where you can get lots more videos by me and other healthcare professionals to help you improve the quality of your life. Thank you so much for watching, and come back again soon.